Hello everyone and welcome back to Everyday Espo. So we're here in wonderful, below freezing temperature New Jersey, bringing you just another regular SUV review. Or is it? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Espo. Before we start, I'd like to thank Circle BMW for allowing us to review this beautiful car. Circle BMW is a family-owned and operated dealership who have been around for 36 years. With their excellent inventory and unbeatable services, Circle BMW is definitely a place all of you don't want to miss out on. Their website and social media links will all be down below in the description, so don't forget to check them out. So just to give you guys a little bit overview of this car, this is the 2018 BMW X5 with xDrive, and it's the 40e model. So we're taking a look at a hybrid. It is all-wheel drive. It's a 4-door SUV, and its passenger capacity is 5. Alrighty guys, so let's get started here. Let's take a look at the front of this X5 here. Again, this is the hybrid 40e model. This is the Alpine white exterior. It's a clear coat paint. It looks really nice, especially in the sun. It all reflects off. And let's take a look. We have the hood here. Kind of have some curves and edges here and there, but everything kind of contrasts to the front of the car here. And right below the BMW badge, we have our metal grille with a little chrome surround. That's very reflective. I can see my reflection in there. And we have our LED headlights. They're directionally adaptive. All that good stuff that BMW offers. We have our fog lamps. And right below that, we have our parking sensors and the front diffuser, which kind of contrasts with a lot of secondary colors. So it looks very nice. So moving on to the side of this car, let's take a look at the wheels here. So these are 19-inch light alloy wheels. They are P255s in the front and the back. We have some pretty nice rims there. And we got the BMW badge in the middle of those rims. So moving on to the side of the car, here we have the port for the electric charging socket. We're going to show you guys that later. We have our diffuser vent with the I symbol, and we have our xDrive40e badge there. Now moving on to the side of the car, let's take a look at the side mirrors here. They're body colored on the top, and they have this nice black little paint on the bottom. You can see the camera down there, and we have our signal indicators right there on the side of the car. So side of the car has some, not really that many lines or edges, kind of just like your regular SUV doors. We do have the aluminum side trim going around the side windows here and the front windows. Here we have the back tires, same as the front, and we have our eDrive symbol here on the back of our car, and our roof rails, which are, I think, satin aluminum. So before moving on to the rear of the car, we wanted to show you the window sticker. We're going to start including that in all our reviews now, so we can show you the different packages. So this has the driving assistance package there, parking assistance package in the premium package, and right down here you can see a list of all the other different options that the car has, just so you can get an idea of what's on this specific model. So just before moving on to the rear, just on a side note, the length of this car is 193.2 inches, and also this is the BMW's iPerformance design trim for the car. So let's move on to the rear here. So we have our LED brake lights. Up here we have a little lip spoiler coming off the back of the car with our third brake light. And we have our BMW badge, X5 badge, and there is our rear view camera. Below that we have our parking sensors and all sorts of stuff. And the exhaust here is a quasi-dual stainless steel exhaust with chrome tips around it. So definitely gives it a nice look to the back of the car here. Alright, so moving on to the trunk of the car. Also, when you get the top up here, you do have to just pull that handle, and this will slide out here. So we do have about 35 cubic feet of storage in the trunk here, at least when the seats are up. When it's down, it goes into the 70s. 70s for cubic feet. Here we have some cargo net storage, or a little bit of storage here on the side, and we also have some concealed storage here with some battery stuff here. I believe that's an extra charger in case the battery dies. The lithium-ion battery is stored in the back here. Here is your floor mats and your roll-up cargo cupboard. Alright, so we're going to move on to the performance side of the car concerning the battery and the engine. So first, I'm going to show you guys the gas cap. And it's a little tricky on this car. You have to press the button and let it depressurize for 30 seconds before the gas cap will open. And we're going to cut to that right now. So here is the gas cap here. Again, we cut it because we didn't want you guys to wait 30 seconds for the cap to open here, but again, you do have to wait 30 seconds for it to depressurize. And next, let's move on to the electric socket port. So moving on to the front of the car here, this cap for the electric charging port here does not have to depressurize or anything. It opens right away. So here you would plug in the charger to charge the battery part of this car, because again, this is a hybrid, and it's about 3 hours charge time on a level 2 charger by BMW. Alright, so moving on to my favorite part of the car, we're going to take a look at the engine bay. So you just pull this up and let's take a look. So taking a look at the engine here, this is a 2-liter twin power turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine. And pertaining to the battery gets 111 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. And the inline 4 engine gets about 240 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, with a combined output of 308 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. So the lithium-ion battery is about 9.2 kilowatts, and we're going to put the full specs for the engine on the screen. So on a side note, the gas motor gets about 25 miles to the gallon on the highway and 23 for city. Also, the 0 to 60 on this car is about 6.5 seconds, and its top speed is 130 miles an hour. Alright, so let's move into the interior. First off, here's your key fob. You have your lock, unlock, panic alarm, and trunk release. So this is the Mocha Dakota leather, and it looks very nice. The brown part and the black part definitely contrast together. And taking a look at the driver's side door here, we have a mixture of brown and black leather. We have this little wood insert panel, a little bit of accent stitching, your window mirror controls, your hi-fi speaker audio system in here. You have your door handles, which are silver accented, chrome accented, and you have your lock and unlock buttons, a little bit of storage compartment down here, and bottle holder. So moving on to the seats, here is the driver's seat, and it has a 14-way power front seats here, and they have a 4-way lumbar support system here, so they does offer a lot of cushion and support for your back and your shoulder area. And the seats definitely look nice with the Mocha Dakota leather here. Got a little bit of accent stitching going around the sides of it. And below that here we have our xDrive symbol right into, when you step into the driver's side, you have your driver footrest, there's your gas cap release, your engine hood release right there, and there's your pedals. Alrighty guys, so we're in the interior here, and first I thought I'd start to the left of the steering wheel as usual. We got 2 vents for the passenger, a little bit of the wood insert panel here. Below that you have your fader off for your ambient lighting and your headlight controls. Let me just hand the camera back there. So let's take a look at the steering wheel here. So we have a little chrome metal look insert panel right here at the bottom there. We have our cruise control settings, we have our audio and media settings over here. We have our paddle shifters here because this is the Steptronic transmission. Behind the steering wheel to the left, we have our blinkers and all that good stuff back there. To the right, we have our windshield wipers, their rain sensing. And once again, we'll show you guys everything. We're going to turn the car on at the end. We're just giving you a little visual of what it looks like with the car off first. So let's take a look at the instrument cluster. To the left, there's your fuel level. Right after that, you have your speedometer, and you have a little message center in the middle there. Then your tachometer and your oil level. An oil electronic screen comes up on the bottom here. It has a very the leather going throughout the car is really nice. I love the Mocha Dakota leather. And let's keep going. So here we have the LCD monitor screen for the infotainment system, and below that we have our hazards, the vents for the driver and passenger, and also below that we have our dual climate control zones. We have heated seats for the driver and the passenger. Below that is all your radio settings and stuff. Again, electronic screens come up in between the controls here, so we'll show you guys that when the car is on. So let's take a look. Down here we have our cup holders, little ashtray, all that good stuff. And let's take a look at the center console here. Here's a little spot for the key fob to go right in there so you don't lose that. Again, we have our gear shifter for the transmission here. It's got this like chrome little surrounding on it. And to the left of that we have our traction control button, the different modes, sport, comfort. And also this car, since it has the eDrive, we have like max eDrive, auto eDrive, battery saver, all that type of good stuff that would come with the BMW hybrid series. Below that you have your rear view camera, all your parking settings. There's your eDrive button. Again, we'll show you everything when the car is on. And also we have the touchpad for the infotainment system. Now let's take a look at the center console here. Just push that in. We do have a decent amount of space here. You have your aux and USB. and the Mocha Dakota leather covering that. Moving on to the roof, I should say, the rear view mirror is auto dimming day and night. Let's take a look at the vanity mirrors. They are illuminated for the driver and the passenger. And right over here we have some reading lights. We have the BMW Teleservices SOS there. Also right over here in the middle there, I forgot to mention, you have the sunroof controls. And if you take a look at the sunroof here, it gives both all four or five passengers a good view of outside the car, the sky. Alright, so moving on to the passenger side here, let's take a look at the door. Same setup as a driver, just less controls and everything. Got your storage compartment, bottle holder, all that good stuff. Also with the speaker system here, the hi-fi system, it's got 9 speakers and a 205 watt digital amplifier. So it sounds pretty nice. Again, you have the xDrive symbol moving into the passenger side. Then you have the seats, it's all adjustable. This is not memory controlled, like you can't save the settings for the chair in the memory. You can do that for the steering wheel, the driver's side seat, and the side mirrors. Also, let's take a look at the glove box here. Take a look in there. Decent amount of space. And above that you have, 2 vents and the wood insert panel coming to an end there. So moving on to the back seats here, again, same setup as the passenger side door rather. And let's take a look in here. The seat is a little back, so there is a little bit more legroom than they're showing right now. We have this nice hard cover on the back of the seat here, a little bit of pullback storage. And let's take a look at the controls in the middle console here. We have climate controls for the back here, and since it has I believe it's the premium package, don't quote me on that, but the 2 passengers can have heated seats in the back here along with their separate climate system. And also this right here comes down. Press this little button, you got cup holder space, all that different type of stuff. A little armrest for the passengers. Alrighty, so as promised, we're going to take a look at everything with the electronics on. Again, this is push to start, and the car has keyless entry. So let's turn this car on. And let's take a look at the instrument cluster first. Again, this car is brand new. We have 6 miles on it. So to the left, again, you have your fuel level, speedometer, a little message center in the middle, tachometer, and your oil temperature. Below that, you have like the time, how many miles the car has, all that type of good stuff. So let's move on to the infotainment system here. You have, obviously the car's not set up yet, but you have all the different options here. Navigation, media radio. I believe it has a 20 gigabyte hard drive for the infotainment system. Taking below down here, you can see, as I said before, a lot of the climate controls are electronic-sized here. So you can see the temperature and, what mode it's on and stuff like that. So again, for the infotainment screen here, you have your media radio. Even the owner's manual is uploaded on here. So a lot of different stuff you can do. Here's a lot of you see, there's the owner's manual, driving information, and you can also get into some of the battery settings here. It shows you obviously how much battery is left on the car, since it is the hybrid, and all that type of good stuff. Just before we end this, we want to show you guys a little bit of what the car has to offer. So we're going to go in the owner's manual here, and the animation shows you a lot of the different features like the auto start stop. We have lane departure, active blind spot, so a lot of the safety. BMW does really good with their safety ratings. Here's your rear view camera, xDrive, shows you the speed limit, pedestrian warning, all that different type of stuff. So guys, we're going to end the video here. First off, I wanted to thank Circle BMW for letting us review this beautiful car. The links for their social media and for this car will all be in the description, and their website. Big thanks to them again. Also, on a side note, we want to know if you guys have any cars that are reviewable for us, that you want to see on our channel. We're going to put our email right here on the screen for any business emails or anything like that. So send us an email if you live in the Jersey Shore area, anywhere in Jersey, and have a really nice car that we can review. Also, guys, we'll talk to you soon. We have a lot coming up. Take care. We'll see you guys soon. Until next time.